This is LAPD, that's group stalking, has been repeatedly engaging in amplification of helicopter activity and flying all over and around my apartment. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. I want you to see here. This is group stalking by the state. Maintaining presence. This is soaring in the specific environment where the entity is going to rise a light source in alignment to mine. That's amplification of helicopter activity. And it is, by the way, it is 7:14 in the morning. That is the same entity that is group stalking and engaged in criminal facilitation of group stalking in the specific environment. There is no sunlight that's building 1818 or 1800 or any of these venues. The entity is engaged in what is the pattern of conduct this of demonic activity by a government, but understand also, this is what is criminal monitoring at this early hour. Like I said, the Los Angeles Police Department is engaged in obsessive stalking of one whom they are monitoring and well aware of the fact that they are being documented. Okay, and this obsession is documented for that purpose of disbanding that law enforcement agency. I have substantiated such a necessary end, which is a matter of justice. Okay, they are in every way demonstrating not only the fact that they are highly mentally disturbed, they are entirely corrupt, and they are also criminals that are acting with the people of the state. This is the specific environment. And I will show you, not only is this engineered light outside, remember this is building 1818 where the entity is setting the sun, right? And that's not the sun, that's a light source. And the entity is rising the light source in alignment to my apartment. So this is where the entity is engaged in the pattern of conduct. And I'm again in Los Angeles, California. This is building 1806. You see what is engineered light that's appearing on building 1818, right? But you're looking at what is the appearance of, this is engineering that's touching building 1818. That's impossible light activity. And it has nothing to do with the presence of this light source. But I just want to be clear, what you're looking at is not even enough to create any light activity, contrary to what you see on building 1800 and building 1818, which is adjacent to me. The demons that are the Los Angeles Police Department are stalking obsessively, fully aware of what it is that I'm doing inside of my apartment, engaged in ongoing efforts to terrorize and torment while I'm inside of my apartment, engaged in such private activity, and flying over repeatedly. It is currently 7:16 a.m. and they're doing so in the specific environment where there will never be any sun rising and setting. Okay, not only would it not be rising, but it's not rising and setting at the same venue. And that is also impossible light that you see touching the top of building 1818. That's being in the environment. That's the same impossible light activity, okay? It is currently, again, 7:16 a.m. This is serving for what is the prosecution. This is documentation of the people of the state who are the exact same condition. These are demons. This is a population that is monitoring an American citizen, and I'm exposing it. And that is at 7 o'clock in the morning. I want to be clear, group stalking. The stalkers that are the demon-possessed population are engaged in an obsessive endeavor, which is a threat to the life. And they are also monitoring ongoing documentation. That ongoing obsession does not in any way lessen or decrease because they are aware of the fact that it is being documented for the enforcement of one's constitutional rights. That in and of itself, while it is being practiced by a corrupt law enforcement agency, is grounds to disband them based on the crime. This is highly un-American, and this is terrorism that's going on in the United States. Okay, this is P.O.C. Again, it's 7:17 a.m. and this is documentation of what is supposedly the sun rising. And I also want you to pay attention to how this is different. The entity was rising the light source over third-party facilitating venue right here, the blue house. As I document, as I expose things to you, the entity changes its behavior. Pay attention to that. Okay, this isn't even the sun. It's not even the sun. None of this is naturally happening, but I want you to pay attention to the details. You're learning about the demonic, which is, I don't want to enforce because it's nothing that's admirable or anything. It's nothing to fear, but at the same time, this is necessary for the federal government to understand with regard to prosecution, with regard to understanding the nature, the malice, in other words, okay? This is different than what the entity's been doing, and it's not even naturally occurring. There is no sun that's going to be rising above any hillside over this third-party facilitating venue, the blue house, or over here on this side, where the entity is rising the sun at the Upland City Hall, okay? Where I'm at Arrow Boulevard and Euclid Avenue in Upland. It's the pattern of conduct, period. P.O.C.